Well, it looks like the Tampa Bay Rays will not be called the Montreal Rays. Let's go talk about it. Okay, so here we go. Major League Baseball kills Rays split city plan with Montreal. So let's get you caught up to speed in case you have not heard any of this. So Tampa Bay, they are in one of the worst ballparks in Major League Baseball. They have some of the worst ticket sales year to year. They always rank near the bottom when it comes to ticket sales. Why? Because it's in a horrible location of St. Petersburg. It's always a hassle to try and get to that stadium. Trust me, I have many times been to Tropicana Field. I have to go early because with that rush hour, with that traffic, it is just a pain to get to the stadium. It's not in Tampa, it's in St. Petersburg. So you're looking at, with traffic, you're looking at maybe a 45-minute to an hour drive just to get from Tampa to St. Petersburg. It's a hassle. It was a terrible location from the start. So they tried getting a plan for Tampa. They tried to get a stadium built in Tampa, but a lot of investors pulled out. They weren't able to get the money for it. So what they have been trying to do in the last couple of years is do an innovative kind of an approach where they build a smaller ballpark in Tampa, and they also build a ballpark in Montreal. So they have half of their season in Tampa and half of their season in Montreal. So these were some of the comments here, taking a look from the Rays owners. We put everything we had into this effort because we truly believed in it. We thought it was great for the Rays, for our players, for Major League Baseball, for Montreal and Tampa Bay. I mean, really, come on. You thought it was great for Tampa Bay? Everyone in Tampa Bay hated this. They would want a new stadium in Tampa. What are you talking about? That makes no sense. This was said by team president Brian Auld to the Tampa Bay Times. And to have the rug pulled out from under us like that is extraordinarily disappointing. Well, I don't think the people of Tampa feel that way. I think they're rather happy with it. Because you have to remember, what they were trying to do, again, they were trying to build a stadium in Tampa and have something for Montreal as well. Well, most likely it's going to be cheaper for the two stadiums. So they were looking at probably around, I think I read in here, $700 million for a stadium in Tampa, because you're not going to be playing a full season there, so they're not going to go absolutely crazy with the stadium. Whereas if you build a stadium full-time for a full-time season, that's going to cost you over $1 billion. So that's the difference there. But to me, I did not like this idea from the beginning. I thought it was just weird. To me, these people in Tampa, yeah, sure, they have not been coming out to these games. It's shown in the ticket sales. It's shown in just the revenue brought in. But the location is a big factor. I guarantee you, if you move to the city of Tampa, go to Ybor City, somewhere around there in Tampa, I guarantee you, you're going to sell more tickets. And to me, and just the ballpark itself, I don't mind the ballpark personally because it's indoors, it's AC. So I have, no problem with it personally because it doesn't take much to excite me. So, but to me, if you're able to get a nice stadium in Tampa, right in the middle of the city, people will love that. I think that's what you have to do. You got to spend the money. Tampa Bay, the Rays, you got to spend the money. If you want to get your fans back on your side, you better have a new plan in place for the city of Tampa. So if we go on here, it says here, our focus has always been on how to keep the Rays in Tampa Bay and have the franchise thrive for decades. That is unchanged. Well, then why are you trying to move to Montreal? What are you talking about? Today's news isn't positive, but it's on us to turn it into a positive and channel a lot of the support that we've received from throughout the community into our next effort and make that the successful one. Well, I think it's going to take you a little bit to get the support from the community, because you basically were just saying, well, hey, you know what? We're if you're not going to come to our games, we're going to go to Montreal. Well, I don't know. To me, just putting that stadium in that location was just never a good idea from the get-go. So yeah, I think with Tampa Bay, I mean, yeah, you could definitely point to the fans too, say, well, okay, well, if you really want to come support the team, we'll make the drive. But sorry, when game time is at 7:00 and you got people getting off of work 5, 6, it's a hassle to get over to the stadium. It's never a fun time, unless it's like a day game on a Saturday. Then yeah, like the weekend games are always better, especially when like a good team like the Red Sox or Yankees came to town. But to me, I think you're going to have to really get the fans back on your side here, because I think a lot of fans, they felt betrayed a little bit. It goes on to say here, as the Montreal plan took shape, Rays officials said it was their only option and dismissed any chance of getting a new full-time home in the Tampa Bay area. The team strongly hinted that if a split season plan didn't happen, leaving Tampa Bay would be a more likely scenario than remaining here full-time. That's interesting. There's other places. There's Nashville. There's even Orlando in Florida as well, where they've been trying to get a team. The Orlando Dreamers, the logo that they presented, looks like a logo for an ice cream parlor, but maybe could they end up moving to Orlando? Have to wait and see. Now, to the joy of those who disparage the split city plan, some saying they would rather have no team than to share one, the Rays will again look at options around Tampa Bay. I think that's the best option. Stay in Tampa. I actually did a video on this, on the best locations for if they were to move. You can see that video up here somewhere, but I think Tampa is the best spot. That's where you want to be. Get a stadium there. If you feel like you're not able to do something in Tampa, I'd stay in Florida if you can. Go to Orlando or go to Nashville. I think Orlando or Nashville would be the next two best alternatives. But I think, at the end of the day, they're going to have to get these fans back on their side. They're going to have to get the support again. How they do it, I don't know, because really, that's not. Hey, we're going to leave. We're going to go to Montreal. You're going to literally leave the country. That's how much you just didn't want to be in Tampa. So for them to say, "Oh, we wanted to be in Tampa for the long haul," come on, you're literally going to a different country. Stop it. So we'll have to wait and see what ends up happening here. It goes on also to say here, a full-time stadium will require some type of roof and a larger footprint and likely cost in excess of $1 billion. So again, Tampa, that's what you're looking at. So we're going to have to wait and see what ends up happening here. Tell me down below in the comments. What do you think? Do you like this? Do you think it's a good thing that they're not going to go to Montreal? Do you think they should stay in Tampa? Do you think they should move to another city like Orlando or Nashville? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. But that's all I have for right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.